Well, it's Easter Sunday down at the mall, and it is jammed here. They actually have a big church on the mall here. There must be, a couple thousand people going to church on the mall and opening a church. So that's sort of cool. But people are all over, like old times, on the mall. Behind me is the National Gallery of Art. Great museum you get down. Remember, all the museums here in Washington, D.C. are free. So that's what's so neat. So you guys all over the country pay for it, and we use all this for free. But this is a really nice one behind me. I think it's a very famous artist. I don't know if it's I.P. or somebody like that that did this one. You see it, give you a little more tour on what's over here. But again, boy, you come to Washington, go to these museums. They're like nowhere else in the world, and they're free. And you got to go to New York, and you got to pay for museums, $20 or whatever. Nah, you just walk into these things. Well, with COVID, I'm not sure what the deal is, to tell you the truth. But next time, when it's more open around here, you will, it'll be open. I mean, we just have to live long enough, maybe, right? But actually, to me, it's almost like a reset. All the stuff that's going on, we're trying things, and I think those that live without the virus are going to probably live longer because we got to find new ways of doing things, and we had to do that anyway. So now we're really forced to do that because, the virus is making us, okay? Do I got a walk sign? Yeah. I want to show you this. The beginning, the museum over here. So you see it because it's really good stuff. And actually, there's a big chicken on the top of the roof that you could see from some of the places. I don't know if we could see it ourselves. I'm passing people, want to make sure I'm covered. Can you see in there? Yeah. I don't know the artist. Oh, it's done by parking by permit only. Must be oh, this is closed. Yeah, that's too bad, but that's understandable, right? Maybe I get out of the wind and finish what we're talking about. Oh, the winds are whipping around in here. And across the hall there's another museum. That's more standard thing. This is more modern. But what I want to talk about is what you ask for when you're looking for a grant. I know you want money, everybody needs money, we're all trying to do that. But see, the people, particularly government offices, what I'm trying to do is get more people to realize that to use the phone, start looking for help by using the phone, because everything's not on the internet, and even if it is, it's out of date nowadays, because particularly looking for grant money for rent or mortgage and things like that, that's changing all the time. Programs are running out of money, other programs are just starting or will be starting. So you got to rely on people, more than ever before. And if you're calling up and say, hey, I need a $50,000 grant for doing this, it's easy for them to say, hey, we don't have that. And then they please you. See, people want to please people. So if you're asking, and get on with their life, So if you're asking for something that they know they don't have, and then you're gone, and they got rid of you, and they don't have to worry anymore, and when they really know more information that could really help you. So that's why, see, what I suggest is you don't call them and say, hey, I need a grant, and all this kind of stuff, what you really do. But it's more what you need, see, because if you say a grant, they may have other programs that will help you eliminate your bills or pay for stuff for you that you don't even know you can get paid for, but you don't know. See, you don't know for. Or they have money programs, they're not called grants, but they're called loans, but you never have to pay them back. So you're asking for a grant, you're going to miss those. So that's why it's important not to qualify, because you don't know enough. I don't know enough. None of us know enough about what's there, what they can do, and what else they know. See, if these people that you're calling for help, and that's it, you really got to get on the phone more and just don't be wasting a whole lot of time in Google. You got to get on the phone, and that's how you Google. You talk to people who are in the business of helping people who don't have money or looking for money for something. So if you call all the offices in your state that are in business to help you get money for your business, that's what they do for a living. So you're doing it this one time. These people have been doing it maybe for the last 20 years. They're the people you want to talk to. Like if you got them in a bar and pick their brain about, hey, you've seen 100 people come through here that need money for something. What was the best place? That's what the kind of stuff you got to do. And you can only do that on the phone. You can't do that, digitally, and you're going to lose the people. You're going to lose their interest. You're going to lose interest. You don't care. And see, they help you by saying no. Because do you have a grant? No. You're looking for a yes or no answer. They gave you a yes or no answer, and the transaction's completed. Wow. See, and that's how you miss so much in life, by just making it a one or two things. Should we make contact in the state we live in? You make contact anywhere, but that's where you start. And that's why I have these state mini grants, I call them. All the sources in your city. You never call Washington, unless maybe there's something like the SBA, but it's better to start locally, even there, because local offices have more time to help you what they have and how to fill out the application. See, if you go to the main website and do it and you don't know the answer, then you're going to go to the internet and try to find the answer to something. Then you're going to find some person who may or may not know the answer. See, the other thing is, like even me, I don't know the answer to all this stuff, and I've been studying it for 50 years. That's because the answers change every day, and I don't have a responsibility to give you the answer, but the people who give out the money do. They're the people you want to talk to, are the people who give out the money. They have to give you, that's the most place you'll get the right answer. Sure, you can't, thank you for all the teaching, helping us many years, blessing. Oh, thank you, Lord. And that's their responsibility is that. You maybe not all be able to get through, but there's so many affiliates they have. Like instead of the SBA, you call the local Small Business Development Center. They get paid partly by the SBA to help you with all that stuff. Going on the internet and watching all these other people, maybe you could get certainly knowledge there and kernels of information. I mean, it's not all bad, but definitely don't spend money on it. Anybody's telling you, you got to pay money to apply for anything, that's not real. They're going to run away with your money. And you're elected official. But see, the people on the front line, your front line in your state, every state has a whole bunch of offices that get paid by the federal and the state to help you start a business or grow a business. And it could be a nonprofit, it could be a freelance job, it could be all those things. And all they do 24/7 is help people start or expand the business or nonprofit or whatever, and you don't have to pay them. Sure, you could hire a consultant. I mean, that's what I used to be, as a consultant that charged you thousands of dollars, and I'd go to these government offices that did it for free, and I'd package that free information, and then I sell it to my rich clients. Well, you're not a rich client. You can't afford someone like I used to be. That's why I only charged $20. I thought that was terrible. But they're lazy and rich, so they can afford it. It doesn't matter. But see, what I worried about was that other people really need it and don't have the money, to pay for some idiot like me. And that's what this whole town is full of. People who are trying to sell you something about information in Washington that is literally free. You just don't know where the hell it is. And if you're, that's right. To me, we all have to start learning how to research. We all have to start learning how to use this stuff, because it's going to grow. It's going to grow. And this is where I think the future is. People are starting to realize, sure, the government doesn't solve every problem, and definitely should not. But there's some problems that maybe it should. Because nobody else is stepping up to the plate to do it, and we want to grow as a society or whatever. And solve problems that we have. So to me, I don't care who solves it, somebody solve it. Yeah. And so if business doesn't solve it, then maybe government should solve it. I don't know, maybe nonprofit. I don't care. Somebody step up to the plate and do this goddamn thing. I'm not biased who helps me. I just want to help. I don't care. Yeah, and that's what we all need. And nice colors today. Oh, you like that outfit? Yeah, I got. Well, it's Easter Sunday, so I thought, yeah, I'm really moving in more in the hearts. I think that's what life is all about, man. It's your heart, all this stuff. Capitalism. I mean, there's a lot of neat stuff in capitalism. I embrace it because it quantifies how well you're contributing to society. Nobody's paying you anything. Is that really good? You're just pleasing yourself, and I'm making love to people, not myself. And that's a capitalism. But there's limits to that. It's not everything. There's some things that we can't. I mean, why do we have an army, right? Why do we have roads? We say, well, this should be good for everybody, and we'll all grow better. That's why, to me, Wi-Fi is like that. Hey, we should all have Wi-Fi because that's the new roads. In the 50s or 40s, we didn't have a good road system, so we couldn't do a lot of business because it took 18 years to get anywhere. I think that's what it was. Dwight Eisenhower had to go from Washington to California, and it took him 15 years or something like that. Shit, we need a highway system. We can, grow as a society without that. So to me, it's sort of like Wi-Fi. There's stuff like that. Who knows what it is? And I guess as a democracy, we vote and decide. But going into democracy, okay, so you have but you start at your state. That's the best way. And that's why I'm building my whole stuff. I used to have big government reference books for the government as a whole. Now I'm trying to do it just for the state because that's where the action is. The federal government gives it to the states. The state is organized, and then every state is different, what they add to it. And so that's where the action is. And it's easier to handle. That's where they use the applications are. That's why most of these programs now that come from the federal government, but they're making you apply at the state. So it's not like Social Security where everybody gets one check from the feds. These programs now are partly state. They're coming to the state to send out the checks, and the states add to them or subtract to whatever. They can't subtract, but they usually get guidelines what they have to do, and that's what's important. So what I really saw is a reference guide for every state, and that's what I'm doing now. Is that if you're a member of l000 Help, there's a link in the guides, when on the front page of l000 Help on the Facebook page, there's something called guides. And if you go up there, then you get a link to get to l000 Help 2, which there what I'm trying to do is build the state-by-state reports. We have state-by-state reports and places for you to log in what state you're in. So you join the group for your state. And when you join the group for your state, you get other people who finds things in your state. I mean, there's a guy who's putting a lot of things. Man, it's all by states, and it's terrific stuff. It can't be for everybody, but now if we had a place where, okay, here's what's available in your state, that's gonna be cool. So, and everybody contributes, and oh yeah, somebody else will say, yeah, I applied to that. That was full of shit. It really doesn't work that way, You get that, and you get people from the front line who's been in the war and fighting those battles of getting through the bureaucrats and know what that means and all that kind of stuff. And that's what's going to be great. When people sign up for that state, it's going to take a while, so to teach everybody how to do this and go over to that other place, because to me, Facebook, man, I think they're getting, oh, thank you, Anna. They're getting, there's just too many problems because it's open. There's 2 billion people on that thing, so everybody's sneaking in and all that kind of stuff. So this will be more closed. My friends, Kim, long time fan, I got them your channel. You reach so many. Oh, thank you so much. I was thinking today, I'm doing the best work I've ever done in my life. I mean, I've had New York Times bestsellers, a couple $1 million businesses and everything, and stuff like I sort of always dreamt of doing. nothing is better than what I'm doing right now, because I feel what I'm doing that people are using. I'm getting the best feedback I've ever gotten in my life. And so at 77, I'll be 78 soon. I feel I'm doing the best work I've ever done. And I've done more than I ever thought I could do. But, I mean, it's not spectacular, but for a kid who flunked out of college, or got thrown out of high school for grades and barely flunked out of college, and I certainly flunked English in college, and doing more than I ever thought. But now this is the most rewarding feedback I've ever received for my work. I mean, to me, I feel I'm here to give, and there's something in me. I just want to help and give till I die. What the hell else do we have to do in life, man? You're my mom's age. And that's, I just can't think of anything to do. I mean, to sit around and play golf or something, I mean, that just sounds like a wasted life. I mean, it probably isn't for some people, but for me it would be. And I am so grateful for all you people that say nice things, but that, more importantly, that you're saying that because you think that what I'm doing is helpful. That's all I want to do, is be helpful. That's all we all want to do in society, is be helpful, to help other people. That's how you're helpful. You're not helpful by grabbing stuff from other people. Who wants to live in a society like that? Fuck, I don't. So that's it. How helpful can you be before you die? You have to take care of yourself first. And that's what I see these comments. There's too many people that can't even take care of themselves in our society. That's terrible. San Diego, oh, hi, Anna. I'm very grateful to see you share. Thank you. And that's why I am just, just can't imagine that my life, it's funny, about 30, 40 years ago, thinking that, well, what I'd do as an old guy or something like that. You never think of yourself as old, but it creeped up. And there was something in the back of me, God, as long as I could help people somehow, I don't know what. This is before the internet or something, whatever. And I said, I don't know how I could do that, but always there was something. So really what I'm doing now, just by following my nose, was in my mind. I didn't even know it. And I think that's what dreaming is about. That's what, your insides. And another thing I think that really helped me is failing everything else I tried. I got an MBA in computers after I flunked out of college. I went, well, an MBA, and actually was on government money, GI Bill, and started business, wanted that. But nothing is as satisfying as now, because I see a lot of capitalism is really just trying to be sneaky and getting money. Because you get more money from people when they don't realize it. That seems to me the objective of capitalism. You get money from that's called just a lot of lubricant and extracting money from people. That's the objective of capitalism. How much lubricant can you get on someone to extract money so they don't realize what's going on? And that's what the internet is all about and everything. More power to it. I mean, I don't know. It certainly drives us forward, but to an extent. So there's the good part of that, right? But then there's the bad part of that, because we try to do it too well, and you can't do it with everything. There's humanity. And that's why I think I'm really getting into hearts more than anything, because that's what real life is. I mean, we get tied up in all this other stuff. Well, how much more crap do you need in life, And to start feeding your heart, because that's the thing. I think that will keep you living longer, keep you more enjoyable, and so you don't have as many toys as everybody else. That's just shit to go wrong. Anyway, maintenance. That's why assets to me are a trap. The more assets you have, the more you spend your life worrying about your assets, right? You want to sit at your broker's office all day worrying about how he's investing your money. No! That's silly. You want to go out and do things in life, make it better for people, not worry about, oh, am I losing money? That just seems like a silly life to lead, at least to me. I'm biased as hell, I guess. Many people don't believe that, but that's fine. I mean, that's what's in my heart. And we got to follow our hearts, because if we don't do that, man, we're doing stuff that's going to come back and bite us on the ass because we're not happy. And you don't want that to happen. No. You want to feel fulfilled and happy. Why not? And to me, it's taking care of yourself, but also giving. The man who lives with the least will be happier. Right, less shit to worry about. That's why my wife and I moved from a big house, 4 bedrooms or whatever it was, down to 500 square feet. But we bought 2 of them. That's it. Because of my closet. That was the issue, just my closet. But it's great. We even walk everywhere doing. That's what's nice being downtown. And this city is easy to be middle class in. New York is tough, San Francisco is tough. All these big expensive cities, it's tough to be middle class. But here, you got all these free museums and everything's free, and it's not overwhelming. It's the building. Nothing could be bigger than 13 stories. Maybe I could show you the chicken. It's on top of this building, and it's a big ass chicken. It's a sculpture, but of a chicken, and it's great color and everything. I may have to go across the street, to show you the chicken, because you won't see it too close because it's on top of the building. I gotta go. That's right. When the COVID is over, come on down here. I'll come down and have coffee with you, okay? We'll go up and see the chicken. Can I see the chicken here? No, where's the chicken? Where's the chicken? Yeah, because this is a walk for me. This is like 4 miles, I think, from my house. So I do 6-7 miles a day. Where's that chicken? I think I have to cross the street. Maybe we get the chicken on the other side. Why did the chicken cross the road? To see the chicken. There's the Capitol. See? Maybe I'll turn this around so you can see. See, there's the Capitol over there. Oh yeah, chicken's coming in the view. I'm gonna get. It's a blue chicken. That's what it is. See, maybe it's. I don't know if you can see this. It's a nice bright blue chicken. You see the head poking up there? Oh, the sun is too bright, man. Let me try to get on the other side. See that chicken. See, there's the Capitol up there. See the Capitol. See the chicken up there? Now it's a front view, so it doesn't look like a chicken. But maybe we can get on the other side. You see the chicken. There, yeah, the chicken's coming into view. Looking more like a chicken. And this isn't Colonel Sanders. See the chicken? Yeah. Okay, you see the chicken? That's the chicken. See, this is some courts. I think there's a local court here for Washington, D.C. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to get back. Easter, have a good Easter. I don't know, oh yeah, I grew up Slovak, Polish, and this was, when Lent was up, the food, Easter time food, and the cheese my mom used to make, and kolaches, and oh man, mustard, kolache, and ham, and that cheese my mother made. My mother would make some cheese she would hang in my dad's t-shirts to do cure the I don't know what the hell it was. You know, I was a kid. I didn't understand all that stuff. I remember it was hanging in my dad's t-shirt, making cheese. It was great food Easter time. Okay, talk to you soon. Thanks for being there, guys.